Hey everybody, it's the last Robo-Kai here. I'm joined by Cool Guy, and it's time to go get everybody's swords back, because everybody's gonna be losing their swords this episode.
Where's your sword, dude? Dude, where's my sword? Where's your sword,
Kakawa
dude?
Hiroi is couldn't pronounce that. Panicked in the middle. He's our first of our sword losers. Admittedly, everyone only loses their swords once before giving them to William, unlike Nagamasa, who lost it twice. There's so many. We're gonna be hunting swords for the rest of the game. I'm sorry, everybody. These guys, Katana hold on to their katana.
I swear to God, that pun. That particular pun. We have made some incredibly bad puns on this channel, but that one hurt me.
I do try. I do try to up the ante. Alright, so this is a remix of, obviously, of the Ocean Rose again. Our favorite temple. A good third of the stage is cut off to us. We can't go to the starting area. So essentially that means that at least one of the torches is cut off from us. That's okay, we don't need it. But our end goal is the same. We still need to get to the boss arena. So if we wanted to, we could actually circumvent the entirety of the level, not look at anything, avoid all the engagements, and go fight an enemy in the boss arena. Guess what? We're not going to do that. We're going to do the entire level. This is...
Sounds boring. Sounds boring and lame.
And we're using the spear today.
Definitely spear.
Yeah, we want to use, we want to see everything, because the more you see, the more emeraldy you get, the more cool items you get, the more cool enemies you face.
More, and also the more samurai points you end up getting, because it get... I fucking love that. Oh my god, everything about that is good. I'm sorry, I'm never going to stop loving you throwing a rock at some burly sack of horrified humanity and knocking them over just like a sack of potatoes. I absolutely adore that. God, so good.
It's always a good idea to use all the weapons for free proficiency points if you can. I tend to use them on Twilight missions, because Twilight missions aren't really that important, but you'll spend enough time in a Twilight mission to get a lot of points. And we definitely want to do it. One of the other reasons why I've been showing off all the weapons in like side missions, even if I haven't had all the moves for them, is that later on in the game, you will get specific trainers for like the final fight of your weapon, and so everybody's got a teacher, quotation marks, who will teach you how to use the weapon. They will not appear unless you have a certain number of proficiency points in that particular weapon, and by defeating all of them, you unlock a stage where you fight them all. So it's like it's well worth it. And also, some of the people you encounter are actually really cool. And I will point out what they are if we encounter them in a stage, because not all of them can be encountered in a stage. Some of them just happen to hang around. We've actually already met our Tonfa trainer and our Odachi trainer.
Oh, buddy. Speaking of trainers.
Yeah, so we won't be going that way. That's one of the reasons why you can't, going straight ahead is probably not entirely recommended. But we're going to fix that problem very quickly.
Where is that asshole? There he is!
But first, gotta stop this snacking.
Step!
This is not a great place for the spear to be next to a wall. The spear needs open spaces. Okay, so we can't quite get there yet.
It feels ironic, but actually isn't.
Only if you're using it for the pokey poke, fine. If you're doing the big wide swings, this spot right here kills me so many times.
Yeah, I was gonna say
this spot right here.
I want to talk about
you're like,
space.
Okay, one-eyed Oni. All right, cool. Oh, there's a dweller. There was an Oni bee.
Yeah.
Now we fight him, and it's still the problem of our big Cyclops friend.
Zero room to maneuver. Oof, oof.
Really, just living on the edge way too often in this fucking game.
Yeah, no, seriously, you've got theme song for this one might as well be Bon Jovi's "Living on a Prayer," because that's what you're doing right here, brother. Oof.
Didn't die.
Oh man, dude, the medium armor. Like, are you wearing any medium armor here at all?
I am, in fact, actually wearing a little bit of medium armor.
I was gonna say that probably just saved your life. Like one of the very few moments that armor weight is.
I mean,
relevant
check out my gourd. You can see
true.
exactly whose armor I'm wearing on my feet and my legs. Do you like my clogs? Because that's he's not dealing too well with this.
Do it. I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay. All right.
They're pretty nice clogs, and yes, you can actually do a down attack on them. You definitely want to take them out before they get their key back and jump back up, because it does damage you pretty bad, actually. They could be like I am making these guys a lot less dangerous than they could be. Okay.
You're also making that asshole a lot less dangerous than he
this
could
is
be.
this is the second most dangerous fight in the entirety of this area. The one-eyed Oni from before was the third most dangerous fight. This is the most dangerous fight.
I mean, you're definitely taking this seriously. You drop a fire talisman on somebody.
But first, let's get rid of this guy, because I do not want him coming. I do not want him stepping in.
GG.
That's
no re.
right. All right, here we go.
What do we got here? Oh hell no!
And look at he just keeps coming.
Yeah,
like
that was exactly the move that I was afraid he was going to use from the get-go.
Okay.
I saw the monk Oni show up, and I was just like, oh no. He's gonna use that flurry attack that he's got, and there's zero place to dodge.
There is no place to hit Nioh, and luckily we've got fire on, so we've been able to. Don't know how that missed. Don't know how I survived that, because the camera was definitely trying to kill me.
That was Robokai luck right there.
That is. There are a lot of people who have been like watching me like get out of jail free with like a sliver of health, and they're just like, this motherfucker right here. But that was the game basically taking away and then giving.
Yeah.
Because he had me, and somehow his
really
arm just like
did.
sails delicately over my head. And it's like,
he hesitated, and you fought like a cornered snake, and for that I give you credit. But if that had been me, I would have been reduced to a fine paste before I could blink.
You would have bumped into the boat, and the boat would have fallen on you. Look at fire damage. God damn.
Just the boat would have just been like, boom.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't even know it could do that. Team Ninja are going through their code going, what? Nani?
How the hell is this
as you crushed under the boat screaming Tuskete. Yeah, that was never gonna hit me.
Nobody
What
going
are you doing,
Watashi wa Kita on my ass.
See, this is one of the big drawbacks of the spear, is it's actually really difficult to get that horn. There we go.
There it is. You fought like that overhead strike will sever a horn, but of course you did it just as you murdered the guy.
Yeah, it's it's a very specific one move that's that's good for it. Like the rest of it's not that great for it. Whereas a lot of the other weapons, Tonfa aside, because I don't think the Tonfa really has that many high shots either.
It almost doesn't matter with regard to the Tonfa, simply because it's so good at key damage regardless. Like,
yes.
I mean, does it matter? I don't think it actually does.
Here's some more shit. I'm not gonna put up with it.
Oh, come on!
Don't worry, I have the perfect plan. You ready for some 9,000 IQ play?
I'm fine with it. Whoa! Okay. Sure.
Remember, it shoves the enemy back.
I did forget about that. That is a credit to you, sir.
we have entered a big brain dimension. Let's get. You can see my
I was
gonna get my spirit up, because 13 is required to get the full bonus from this particular Guardian Spirit. I get bonus Amrita by having 13 spirit.
Actually, right before we started recording this, I made my chess move against Iron Rose. I will be sure to relay to her your 5D chess.
Yeah, it's like I wasted the entire bar of living weapon to kill a guy, and it works, and I don't care.
Like I said, it like living weapon is very much for that one encounter you don't want to frickin' deal with. You just
okay, I see you now. You fucking
there you are, you son of a bitch.
You guitar playing. Well, it's not a guitar playing dude. It's a dude playing guitar. But I don't mean it's like the dude is playing guitar. I mean the guitar is forcing the dude to play him. I mean he's being played by the. I can't construct this sentence to make it sound like it's correct. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, no, like English doesn't really encapsulate the situation that we're dealing with here.
You can actually see if you're ever close enough, or you look at the picture in the thread when when the profiles are up. It's got arms. The viewer has arms, and it is holding him, and is holding his arms and making him play, and his hands are bloody from playing so much. It's a great little piece of design, honestly. It's like one of my favorite things. It's like, come on. No, I'm just not hitting it.
Oh, come on! You got robbed of that one.
No, that was a bum paddle, that one.
Yeah, you deserve the horn on that one. I love the whirlwind strikes on the spear once you get going.
The spear has a lot of really rapid hits that you wouldn't think it would have, and some of its combo finishes are actually really quite incredible with the sheer amount of like stabs and things you can do.
I mean, the spear itself has a very venerable spot in Japanese history, simply because it was. Like the spear is one of mankind's first real weapons, and it's the one that we always go back to in a pinch for very good reason. You know,
who can truly show up the pointed stick,
dude? Like this if you've all been in our Discord, every time I start reading a new fantasy book, and people want to like show a specific faction or whatever as like peaceful, they'll have them use like quarter staves or whatever, and it's a very common complaint with me, just like this nerdy rant that with very much the same sort of thing with me with elves. It's just like, use a goddamn spear. Like authors. Brian Jacques from the Redwall series was particularly bad about this. It's just like, oh no, these are monks. They're not going to use violent weapons. They're going to use staves. It's just like, motherfucker, use a spear. Just use a goddamn spear.
That's a novel concept. This heavy stick that you use to bash someone's skull in is totally not I'm sorry. There is no such thing as a non-violent weapon. There's no such thing as a peaceful weapon. Do not come to me and say, don't worry guys, this is a peaceful gun, it only fires peace bullets. It still fucking hurts, okay?
It still kills people. It's like,
it is violence.
Nonsense with like the fighting priests of the Frankish and Spaniard traditions in the medieval era that influenced like 2nd edition D&D insofar as they could only use blunt weapons because they couldn't draw blood on the battlefield. I'm sorry, you smash some dude's skull in with a mace, you are drawing blood.
You break a dude's nose, fucking blood goes everywhere. You smash a dude in the head, blood comes out his ear, don't worry about it. Okay, you want to make a peaceful faction of like peaceful people? Here's the thing, okay? They lock the doors and they hope no one can get in. There, boom, peaceful peaceful faction. So yeah, we're dealing with a whole lot of trouble right here.
Fucking nerdy as hell rant from me again. We've gone like 6 episodes without one of those. And don't get me wrong, I love Brian Jacques, by the way. Redwall was one of the series I grew up with. It's fun as hell, but you know, I mean, it's just this entire thing of, oh, they're peaceful, they don't use sharp weapons. Like, come on, stop patronizing me.
And so yes, this is, and I'm not using my living weapon on this guy for a very good reason, and the very good reason is coming up eventually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's probably something worse that's later. this guy is just not giving you any openings.
But you can wear him down with pokes. It's all
That
good.
was the death of 1,000 cuts, or in this case, stabs.
Yep, more of these guys. So let's grease up. Easy. I'm just setting them on fire and then moving to the next one.
I mean, they're gonna die from the burning. The burning actually lasts quite a long time.
It does, and you can top it up too, which is nice.
You got a hard right, like from Little Mac there.
Yeah, that's the problem with dealing with these guys is you've got and another one. That was a hard left. They just gotta, you gotta try and deal with the problem, but the problem is unfortunately also backed up by a giant guy. But the giant guy you can keep track of a lot easier than the little guys with the projectile attacks that do water damage. So it's like, yeah, no, kill the little guys first. Like there's plenty of space to fight this guy. It's nice. You can still fall off the edge, so don't get cocky.
Great, kid, don't get cocky.
Alright, now for the main event.
Oh man, the fact that you murdered him in the
Tenju
moment.
time.
Holy hell. Oh, I remember this dickhead.
Tenjus are probably one of the more difficult enemies in this game. They will always have a lot of health, they will always have a lot of fight in them. They are a wind elemental based enemy. If you are at range, they will throw wind at you. And it will do exactly what wind does. They have an array of stave attacks. They can fly.
Come on, buddy. Yup, that was the correct thing to do.
Yeah. They don't care much for your living weapon, that's for sure, but I was used it mostly to get my health back up. That was for the opening.
You were also able to cancel out of your key recovery because of it. That was an incredibly canny use of living weapon, but for reasons that are not immediately obvious.
Yeah. So you gotta be real careful of the staff swing.
Yeah, this frickin' guy, man.
You can bait him into doing this particular attack where he swells a lot, but the radius on it can be a little fucky, so you don't want to get too close. You can sort of see though, like where the positioning is from where he will do his attacks. You just don't want to get these guys at range because that's when they start flying. That's when they start like leaping at you with their talons. Okay, but we've dealt with him, and we have reacquired the first of the swords. Because wow, that was sword number 1.
Yeah, that was a very clinical takedown.
I don't know either.
I don't need to know. Honestly, at that point, you're just dabbing on this dude.
I have purified the arena. Yeah. So if you're wondering what actually what Nioh means, well, there you go. It's basically it's basically a reference
dabbing.
to
like that was basically what Tokugawa was doing in the background there. Like this game predates dabbing by a couple of years, but Tokugawa was basically dabbing at the end of that.
But yeah, but the Nioh, as we saw them, were not specifically those two guys, although they were referred to as the Nioh. A Nioh are actually statues of two guardians, and they're very wrathful-looking Buddhas, and they're very strong and muscular-looking guys, and they're often put at the entrances of temples and things like that. And yeah, like they're basically protectors, great powerful protectors, and that's where it's even in like pacifist Buddhism, it's like they are the necessity of violence to protect your beliefs against evil. And, hey, which we were talking about in no small amount about peaceful stuff. Well, there you fucking go. How did we tie that in? We are fucking geniuses. I'm just like, I'm looking around and there's no one here to be like, yeah, you guys are super smart. So tell me in the comments how smart we are for linking that together.
Like, I'll give most of the credit to you on that one, so...
Twin Katana time!
Twin Katana time!
And I have equipped both the parry block and the parry, and I'm gonna, like everyone's looking at the time on this mission. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna get stabbed a lot. Trying to fucking get the fucky timing of this shit done.
It's fine.
The timing is really weird on the parry. So let's see if we can't get a guy over here and maybe learn a few tricks. No, nope. Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. Hold on, come on, dude. Nope. Okay, nope. That wasn't it. Hold on. Nope. Okay, too late. There. Okay, so that was the block and stab, and it did very little damage. Now we need to. Nope. Yeah! There we go.
There's the ticket.
And I'm still gonna fuck it up for the rest of this game. So don't worry about it,
honestly, I feel like you're justifying my earlier rant about parrying in Souls-likes. I feel like I am incredibly justified in this moment. Like,
well, the thing is with this one is that the parry comes out a lot earlier than like most other parries. Like you would say the parry of a lot of other things come out mid-swing. This one comes out right as your opponent swings. Also,
really? You know, like, hey, it's incredibly weird to me that parry mechanics might be a little bit fucking weird because hey, everybody thinks that they're incredibly awesome and the epitome of skill, but no, as a matter of fact, they're just rote memorization and the school of hard knocks from some incredibly esoteric system that somebody implemented in about 1% of the time that it took for the rest of the amazing mechanics that everybody indulges and interacts in to be worked with. Huh? Weird. It's almost like we're focusing on the wrong thing as people who play games.
He has strong feelings about it, folks. I don't know if you noticed.
I might have strong feelings about this.
I like the Odachi parry though because it's not actually a proper parry and it looks cool. it's more like iframes on an attack if you think about it, which is also kind of what the block strike of the twin katana is, although its window is much smaller and you can't hold it in place like the Odachi does. The Odachi is one you can hold in place a little longer. You can sort of hold it off, and that way, like, you know, even if you don't get the timing spot on, you can still have like a window of error you don't quite get with this one. It's a similar sort of thing with the parry window for the katana itself. The parry window for the katana is a lot looser and also a lot better as a result. I'm okay with these things because because they can look pretty fancy.
Beautiful.
I also would like to apologize. I have been misinforming everybody regarding Kodamas, the Kodama collections. In side stages, I said the four gods were the three angry gods. Doing it, the three angry gods are the only ones that have side mission that has collectible Kodamas. That's wrong. I'm sorry, everybody. This stage has it too, and there is one other one as well. I'm fucking stupid. I completely forgot about those ones, but I am still 99% certain that they on the original release there's only four. The three angry gods is the only one that has a Twilight mission. Just go away.
I was so pissy about that parry rant that my dog came over to snuggle up to my feet and make sure I was okay.
I keep whiffing so hard this entire. There we go. It's fun every time it works though, because you fucking stab a dude in the kidneys. It's great.
Evil.
Also, for our Spirit Guardian, we have the Hainazumi, which is, as I like to call it, the crack-smoking rat. He's got a pipe.
Crack-smoking rat.
There we go. the Hainazumi is apparently a guardian spirit that likes people who get set on impossible tasks. And in one of the older stories that Japan has, a princess of amazing beauty who really just didn't want to actually get married and was tired of her family constantly trying to find suitors for her, would often send people on impossible tasks. And in that particular one, she actually did send a guy to go find a Hinazumi and kill it and skin it. And the dude tried to like fake out and like just use like a regular rabbit skin or something like that, and failed as a result because she wasn't dumb. And the description for the Guardian Spirit was like, if the guy had actually tried to do this impossible task, a Hinazumi might have probably skinned itself for him. Well, not skinned itself. Maybe would have found like another Hinazumi and skinned it. It's not even a Hinazumi, it's like a Hinazumi. I'm like fucking Australianing the fuck out of that pronunciation.
I mean, it's fine.
Hi! Hello! Hinazumi. I'm sorry, everybody. I am a bogan.
like I said, the syllables in Japanese are only, you know, deterministic. It's not like English where we have like negotiable syllables.
You see, I prefer to call it the Hinazumi because I like to think of William walking out, you know, getting up from the campfire, looks over and goes, "Hi, Nazumi," and the Nazumi, you know, just pulls out the pipe out of its mouth and goes, "I'm on crack!"
I mean, you both did and didn't resort to the 420 joke that was brewing in my mind. So I'm in awe of you for being able to split that difference.
Dear. More talking animals should just scream at you about what they're on.
God, there was that one Flash animation that made its way around 4chan's F like about 10 years ago that appears to have been completely erased from the internet. That was like some freaking yellow thing in a ninja anime, and it was like, yo, what it is, motherfuckers? And then the ninjas would be like, oh shit, here comes Pac-Man.
I distinctly remember that the music that plays when Pac-Man gets fucking high.
I wish I could find that thing again because I remember laughing my way through many a lonely evening in college when I was literally starving to just repeated plays of that dumbass Flash. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's been erased from the internet at this point.
Okay, do not practice your parries on this guy.
I mean, because he has an axe.
He will like, it's like, basically, just bring him down here. Just bring him down here. Don't fight him up there. Like, it's the worst thing you can do. Just retreat.
That's the smartest thing you could do, honestly. Game over, you son of a bitch.
Stop blocking. I still tried to parry. I'm like, don't parry this guy. Ugh.
I mean, you did it from out of his range, so you know I'm willing to give you a pass on it. Okay, never mind.
And then I tried to do the block strike that time.
I can't give you a pass
and I ate
on
shit.
One.
There we go. Yeah, you clip into the wall, motherfucker. You're dead. I appreciate there's like a tiny window of ragdoll in this game. And also, like, dismemberment. We didn't really talk about that, but basically, dismemberment happens at the moment of death. And that's why you'll often see, like, even during their death animations, we're still, like, lobbing all of their bits away. It's pretty good.
Basically, when you hit somebody again, like within the half or 3/4 of a second after they die, you dismember them.
I still love that this is the Nioh version of sneaking. It's just holding block.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
And yeah, if you can get to this boat without bothering anybody out there, which honestly good luck to you, you can fire the cannon. If you try to approach through that area, they will shoot the cannon at you as well. Be careful, cannons!
I like how you just fired that cannon and that dude looks over at you and is just like, nah, I'm sure this is okay.
He's like, hey, that was a pretty nice shot there! Anjin! And see, those two guys who were camping over there at the beginning, if I'd ignored them and just went through the level, I could have blown them up with the cannon as well. Are you ready for the one time? Sorry, not the one time, but like one of the few times you want to fall down a hole?
Okay.
Because there was one of those doors was locked. We need to get down there, right? Well, you sort of notice that this floor is slightly different color. Let's go. Eventually. There we go.
There you are. Skeletons!
Yeah, it's not the safest place, but that's okay. It's fine, I got this. You leave. This was the point where I'm like, wait a minute, Kadama? Oh no, I've been misinforming the thread over and over again. We haven't even got the video uploaded yet. Like, I'm so far ahead in recording and commentary recording that the episode where I say the wrong thing hasn't even been uploaded yet. So I'm wondering if I should just put a retraction in that or not. But anyway,
I mean, you
whatever.
could probably hard dub a subtitle on there. Hello,
right,
Kodama.
he was wrong.
You're adorable.
See you, little dude. There's only like 3 in this stage. It's kind of weird. Like, I guess they felt like they needed to just put more out. Like, they have like a quota they have to reach, and there aren't that many major stages here in this region. There's only like 2.
By the way, like when a door is barred with just a simple bamboo stick like that, I love how dismissive William is of it. He just sort of like, as he opens it.
This game has beautiful animations. Beautiful,
really
beautiful
does.
animations.
There's so much character.
There are so many locked doors, and William has so many animations for opening them. Like, this game took a long time to make. I think they went back to they must have gone back to the drawing board so often on it, as is often the case. And what often happens is you get Duke Nukem Forever, and you regret it forever.
You know, yes, that was exactly what I was about to reference. It's just like usually when a game takes this long to make, it loses its soul somewhere along the line. And Duke Nukem Forever is kind of the big one of that, or the big example of that, insofar as like Duke Nukem 3D. Might be cheesy, it might be sexist, it might be problematic from any of a number of situations.
You made me time! Oh god! Problematic! This is one She's only wearing cloth! I'm not putting up with this shit!
Nope.
We're having a nice discussion about the fine treatment of women, and here you are, slowing me down, being on fire. This is the flying bolt, by the way.
Yeah, no,
this is one of the weirder entries in the yokai. She's not really.
But not in the way I was referring to Duke Nukem Forever in. She's problematic in a mechanical sense.
The flying bolt is apparently, according to the game, a woman who is basically upset with how she was buried or something like that. I don't really quite remember, but she ain't happy, so she back to cause all sorts of trouble, and she's like wrapped up in like funeral cloth or something. I'm like confused. The flying bolt, from when I looked at yokai.com, is basically just a malicious enchanted cloth that strangles people. So it's just like, well, one of you is lying.
Shinto, everybody.
One of you is lying, and the other is yokai.com, I think. Oh dear.
To finish my thought from earlier, just real quick, the thing that you can't take away from Duke Nukem 3D is that it had a soul and it had a purpose and it had a texture that it did very well. Duke Nukem Forever has none of that. It's this like schizophrenic mess that doesn't make anybody happy, and that's frequently what happens when a game when a game is in development for too long. But not Nioh. Nioh avoided that very neatly.
And it's you know, they realized what they wanted to make and they made it, and Nioh 2 is already like probably going to get a release in 2020. Like the beta, they're doing another beta for everybody November the 1st, so like this will it'll probably have already happened by the time this episode comes out. What
guy over here?
Because like I said, I've kind of managed to get very far ahead. Everyone's see it.
Later, home slice.
There's just this everybody just getting kicked into deep water theme that's been going for these like episodes in this area.
Please keep doing more of that.
No, instead I'm gonna do something really stupid.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna do something really stupid.
Kind of our purview on this channel, so that's acceptable.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be done. We've been doing so well. You know, like, we've only got one thing we gotta do at this point. I'm bouncing off. Ow. Okay, no, that's fine. I've got this. What could possibly go wrong? Look, I've almost got him down. What? Oh no, oh no.
Now you're at it. Yup!
There he is. Fucking help me! Help me, Hinazumi! I'm on crack! Will you? I'm on crack! It's got really good balance for somebody on crack. Yep. Really pointing down at me. What was that? Stop!
God.
Stop trying to parry, for fuck's sake, past Robokai! Okay, alright, you did it then.
I'm sorry, you
don't even have the right stats to use this weapon, dude. You're hitting like a wet noodle. Use your regular attack. They hit more times and do more damage. You fucking stooge. Stop it.
Frickin' you frickin' did point down, and about 3 hours of Fighter PL's content went through my head. By the way, if anybody who's watching this is not familiar with Fighter PL, go Google him right now, fighter.pl. He is a fucking treasure to humanity.
Do you like seeing somebody parry somebody and then there's a giant meme explosion? Because I fucking know I do.
I love it. Oh my god. Hello,
There are some people out there who get so good at video games. You're like, oh fuck, man.
Okay, well that guy just had an incredibly bad day.
Yeah, it's like, will I cut this out? No, we're gonna wear this shame. We're gonna wear this walk back. We still got. I'm gonna run into this. Oh wait, forgot about this guy. Oops, I've chased him into the Umibozu room. Oh no, this video's gonna end up so long. Past me, what are you doing?
Honestly,
I'm running.
The thing that
I'm not.
The thing that I'm mad
There's
about
two guys around that corner.
The thing that I'm mad about is that the Umibozu didn't immediately attack the bandit.
Yeah, someone has asked that in the comments, and yeah, you will only see the enemies fight one another in specific scripted circumstances. We will see some enemies fight each other, but yeah, it is a while away, and it is also, you know, like not to your benefit.
Yeah.
You're basically walking in on a fight that's already happening, and then someone dies. And you can watch it if you want.
The crossfire itself is dangerous to you.
Yeah, you can run in there and fight everybody if you want. It's cool. I dare you. I fucking dare you to do it. Step into someone else's fight and see what happens.
Fight them online, or fight them in real life and not online, motherfuckers. See what happens. GG! No re! That was
Sometimes it looks cool.
done.
Sometimes I look cool playing this game. You just have to pretend the beginning where I spent 5 minutes not knowing how to parry. It didn't happen.
I mean,
fuck.
It's fine. You have my incredibly angry rant about parrying as a whole to
cover over the top of it.
Yeah.
One man who cares too much about parrying.
I
one
really
man who can't.
do. I understand that I care too damn much about parrying, but by the same token, it goes along with so many other things like just the assault rifle problem in modern
yeah.
shooters, right?
Sometimes it's possible to build too ubiquitous a weapon.
Yeah, hey, maybe this one weapon is too good because it obscures all of the other content. Because it is never a bad idea to use it? Huh, maybe that describes the assault rifle in literally every modern shooter, because there's no point in using a shotgun, there's barely any point in using a machine gun, because whatever, we just have a fucking M16A2, it's fine. Or an AK-47, it's fine. I'm off track again, it's fine.
Right, it's time to collect a sword. Or a thing. A branch? Oh.
Cut down by ninja.
Because I remember in the description for this stage, unlike everybody else who sort of got into a fight and dropped their sword, like Hideaki was on, like, you know, just hanging out and some bandits jumped these people and ran off with his sword.
Nice!
Yeah, so they, ninjas, man. Fucking ninjas have stolen the sword. I don't know why. Why do ninjas do anything?
Fire, air, dirt, fucking ninjas. How do they work?
Alright, it's time to fight a big boy.
Oof. Oof!
You might be surprised, but one of the best times to get the horn of a ninja yoki is actually... God, that attack. Look how much fucking took out of my living weapon. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, that,
Hinazumi, we would have gotten through that if you just didn't have such a weak constitution from all the crack you've been taking.
Oh crap! There goes like all of your health.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh man, he's only got like a tiny poke left. There we go. But yeah, you can get them. You can get that horn of theirs when they're doing the backflip. I didn't do it that time, but that's like actually one of the most common times I do it. Is they like go, haha, no, I'm upside down. I'm like horizontal slash, and it's like, oh, it was exactly the right level. Oops.
Kudaranu. 身分も家柄もくだらぬ忠義も真義もくだらぬ石高徳川かなどまっことくだらぬ世が道家型となりかき回してやろうかの千年先まで世の悪名が響こうが構わぬこのくだらぬ乱世を壊したいのじゃ安心とやらそのきっかけを作るやもしれぬの
Nioh takes the angle that that Hideaki was essentially doing all of this as revenge against the world around him.
Which is not unsupported by history. Perhaps not the preponderance of evidence, but not unsupported.
It's a kinder interpretation than what most people give the poor guy.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, now we've done all that. Chugoku is done, and we get to move on to Osaka, finally, and we get to maybe meet Tokugawa Ieyasu. And until then, I've been the Last Robo Kai.
And I have been Cool Guy.
We'll see y'all next time.